is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading. A reading from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verses 15 to 20. Moses said to the people, "Today I have set before you life and prosperity, death and doom. If you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I enjoin on you today, loving him and walking in his ways, and keeping his commandments, statutes, and decrees, you will live and grow numerous. And the Lord your God will bless you in the land you are entering to occupy. If, however, you turn away your hearts and will not listen, but are led astray and adore and serve other gods, I tell you now that you will certainly perish. You will not have a long life on the land that you are crossing the Jordan to enter and occupy. I call heaven and earth today to witness against you. I have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. Choose life then, that you and your descendants may live by loving the Lord your God, heeding his voice and holding fast to him. For that will mean life for you, a long life for you to live on the land that the Lord swore he would give to your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." Then he said to all, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. What profit is there for one to gain the whole world, yet lose or forfeit himself?" The Gospel of the Lord.
We have choices to make in our lives. Not just at moments, but every day we have choices to make. We have options, that is to take up or that is to give up. When we go to a restaurant, we have so many kinds of food that we can choose. And when we go to a shop, we have so many choices so that I can choose whatever I want. And how do we choose? We choose according to my desire and according to my capacity. When we take a cloth, I choose that dress or shirt or the trouser according to my wish. If it is fitting to me, if I do like the color, and if the price can be affordable for me, then I choose that. Today, in the first reading, God gives us a choice to make. And he says very clearly, "I set before you on this day life and good, evil and death." It is kept before us, life and good, evil and death. It very clearly says when we go in the reading that God gives us two choices to make, blessing or the curse. What do we choose during this season of Lent? And it is very clear that what Jesus chose for himself, when he had everything for him, he had power, he had fame, he had the glory, and he had most prominently the blessing from God. When he has all these things, what did he do? Today in the Gospel it says very clearly, the Son of Man must suffer many things. He chose suffering. He chose the cross. For why he chose the cross? for what He chose suffering. We do not like to choose the cross. We do not like suffering. We like comfort. We like comfort. We like a life without any suffering, without any pain. But we don't get that sort of life, my dear friends, as Catholics. That is what, when God gave the choice to be made by His Son, He chose suffering. He chose the cross. Because of what? Because He knew that through the cross only we can meet God. It is the will of the Father that I choose the cross, and this is the way that I can be holy. And it says today Jesus invites you and me, my dear friends, to do one thing, that is to deny yourself and take up your cross each day and follow me. It is very beautiful that this cross, when we accept the cross, there will be rejection. There will be just dispersing ourselves. So many will outcast us. They will look down upon us. When we choose the cross, He says, Jesus says, you have to undergo these things, because when you undergo these things only, you will see the Father. That is what He did, my dear friends. Choosing the cross, He raised on the last day. He raised up on the last day. That is what we are going to do. That is why Jesus is telling us, take up the cross, follow my footstep, deny yourself, and you need to do it each day. We have to do it each day, not just once a month, not just during the season of Lent, but each day we will have to undergo this beautiful scenery, my dear friends. Therefore, what are you going to choose? Blessing or the curse? Cross or the comfort? Option is up to you.